This is my 1997 Chevy Astro van. There are many like it. This one is mine, and her name is Big Rhonda. I've done a lot of videos about a lot of things. Well, I have not done one about my van, I'm not sure yet. But this is Big Rhonda. I've had a lot of vehicles in my life, but none have I loved more than this girl right here. She suits me to an absolute T. Occasionally in your life, you'll find a vehicle that is so you, it's disgusting. This particular van is the LT edition, which stands for Luke Thomas, or it's Luke time. There's a few things that I really love. My kids, because I'm legally required to. I like comedy, doing stand-up shows, building things. I like picking up trash when I see it that looks cool, when I can make into different kinds of trash. And everything I need, Big Rhonda's been there for me and never let me down in doing those things. It handles well, it's got all-time four-wheel drive, no frills, no bullshit, tons of safety stuff, anti-lock brakes, airbags, condoms. I got a bat with screws sticking out of it.
Good afternoon, sir. May I...
May you what, sucker?
May I park your vehicle?
Are you crazy? Nobody drive my van but me. Get out of here.
Any child of the 80s remembers the A-Team and how influential that show was to young men. And ever since then, I always wanted some badass van I could Mr. T around town in it. And I got one. That's what Rhonda means to me. I imagine Rhonda was like a ex-Marine, just this big butch chick, and maybe she was a bouncer for a while, but she had to quit because she liked just whooping ass too much. So maybe she got something like she worked at a UPS just loading boxes or something like that. I keep my comb here, and sometimes when I drive, I'll just comb my beard before I walk into somewhere so I look sharp. I keep this notepad in case I have important thoughts. And it's got my jokes and such in it. Solid gold right there. I got a handicap placard. My ex said I'm just emotionally handicapped, but that's from my tiny friend Wendy. I keep that there when I take her to shows, so I gotta carry her around. She's like carrying a bag of concrete around.
Don't touch my van, sucker. If you do, I'll come back and feed you your socks. Oh.
Chevy made the Astro van from about 1985 to 2005. It's like a truck. It sits on frame. It's body on frame. Most minivans are unibody, so it drives like a truck, handles like a truck. It's got a 4.6 cylinder engine. It's got low-end torque. Not a lot of horsepower. It's only got about 190 horsepower. But the low-end torque allows you to tow. You can tow about 5,000 pounds with this girl. Little jobber broke off, so I got to use a screwdriver to... There we go. Alright, like I said, it's got a V6. Pretty powerful engine for a van anyway, but it's basically a truck, really. And the engine's basically back to front. It's pretty compact, but you can still pretty much get to everything, especially for like a newer vehicle. It's pretty nice. My alternator went out in Indianapolis, and I had to fix it there on the side of the road. I've never done an alternator before, but the power of YouTube and the will of a man, it got done. And it only took me an hour. It was pretty easy to get everything up and out of here. Again, just this plastic bit here, which this is the air filter. Other than that, they could, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty easy to get to everything you need to get to. People beat the hell out of these things. They're pretty strong vehicles. They're hard to kill. This particular model has about 270-some thousand miles on it. I'm hoping to get it to the 350 mark, and I don't see any reason why I cannot.
He was the baddest cat around until I showed up.
Still is.
It's technically a minivan, but it's got, since it's basically a box, it's got huge towing capacity. Let me show you around the inside. Normally it comes with two of these pilot seats and a bench seat. I took these out. I got two kids, and that's all I need. So this is the way people aren't like, yo, can I get a ride? No, I'm like, no, I can't, man, because I only got these seats. But I took all this out. I haven't thrown the seats away. I've had that van for about 2 years, and I took the seats out right away, and for some reason didn't throw them out. Now I got this one on my front porch, and it might seem kind of trash to a layman, but this quality, these are nice seats. This is in the way back seat. You got the recliner, you got some armrest. Somebody's talking to me up at the street and I can't hear him very well. I can just slide up forward a little bit. like I said, if I got a show far away, I can just, it's all tinted windows, and I keep a sleeping bag and stuff if I got a show. That's how I do all my sleeping and stuff. It's huge. I could put all kinds of drywall and plywood and all kinds of stuff in here for my little jobs. I keep her clean. Rhonda demands cleanliness. She doesn't tolerate slovenliness because she's got things she needs. Also, I keep my radio. It's not on a station or anything, but if it was, you would hear music. But I use my radio for listening to stuff. As it's the LT edition, I got power windows, power locks, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty nice, pretty handy. This window's a little jacked up. I was seeing this chick for a while, but she was a recovering lesbian, I guess. I was on a streak for about 4 women in a row that were lesbians and wanted to try a dude. Some friends are like, man, that's pretty boss. That it's not actually. I'm pretty sure it's because I got feminine features, but her ex-girlfriend smashed my window with a hammer, and then glass went everywhere. So all my power locks are kind of screwed up from that operation. She was funny. She's like, I don't know why she would do that. It's like, you were cheating on her and lying to her. For a woman, you don't seem to know a whole lot about women. Some of you related to the window getting smashed. It shorted out my back hatch, but the part itself was $200. So what I did is I rigged something up on the inside. You could still lock it with the power locks, but in order to open it, I got a little system. So don't worry about that. Yeah, the cool double doors. I quite like this 3-door thing in the back. Because let's say I got long 2x4s or something like that, I can leave these down and have them just sticking out of the back, pickup truck style. But also, like I said, it gives me all kinds of loading room. This little modification I made, I got these at the Aldi's, these little utility shelves, and I screwed them into the back so I can keep all my whatever wares and whatnots for jobs I got to do. See how fast that was? But I'm in this car, I'm in this thing a lot. Maybe I drive maybe 16 to 20 hours a week with shows and work and whatever. I like a cup holder, plenty of room for storage stuff here. It's comfortable. It's like sitting in a little recliner. I got a tape player, a CD player. But dating all those lesbians did teach me a few things, or at least it reaffirmed a couple of my suspicions about women. But if any younger guys out here, don't do that. It's terrible. Those are the worst kind of women. Any woman that's just been dealing with just women for a long time, that's nothing you want to get involved with. My suspicion before, because I know lesbians are like a good control group for women, right? Because they're not no dudes messing them up supposedly. But if they go on like 2 dates, they're going to move in together. That's sort of the thing, and that was always what made me nervous about women, is the ease at which they commit to somebody. Like, oh, I love you right away. And if it's that easy, then it's not valuable to me, in my opinion. I feel like that should be earned. I don't slut shame anybody. If you want to sleep with a total stranger or sleep with people you barely know, good for you. I'm fine with that. But I do have an issue with people that fall in love with total strangers. That's weird to me. That's why women always, like, it used to drive me nuts, this constant discussing our feelings and emotions all the time. And then I figured out, oh yeah, of course you'd want to, because you so flimsily fell in love with somebody. Of course you're not sure if it's real or not. Because if I walked into a job interview and right away they're like, you're hired. It's like, do you want to call my references? And they're like, no, we don't care. I would be nervous too. And that's what it's like, the jobs you enter / relationships. So, sorts of shit. I'm sure there's things wrong with dudes, and I'm generalizing, of course, but I've never dated dudes. I would like to. Really got my eyes open for a dude that I'd be sexually attracted to. So if you're out there, man, go ahead, try me. Go ahead and try me. I'm open to it. Just don't be offended if I'm like, you're not the one. But I'm think it might be the direction to go.
So just be yourself. But remember, though, you can't force girls into liking you. Of course, I can, but that's another story.
I had to duct tape this window because it kept falling in, but I did a nice job. I kept the lines real clean. It slips every now and then, but I keep my fresh roll of duct tape in here for when it's time, when it needs a refill. You can really get some on the business in this thing.
Welcome to the Chevy Astro interior.
Like a rock, I was strong as I could be. Like a rock, nothing ever got to me.
No matter how comfortable it looks, it never forgets that it's a Chevy truck.
Like a rock.
Astro from Chevrolet, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.